Welcome
Hello.
to Compilation Chaos number 2.
Number 2.
Yes, big show, lots of stuff on.
Yes, well, we thought we'd do something a little bit different this time. We're going to feature a lot of our bands that we've had in, and some of the more famous people we've had in to interview, and it's been some pretty...
We've had some good bands over the period of this year.
Yeah,
so it'll be good.
Lots of various different types of bands, you know, from all different sort of genres or whatever you'd like to call it. Yeah, we had some great guys. The first band we've got up, actually, I remember struggling terribly with their name. I don't know, you put me on the spot that night and tried to ask me what their name was, but I've got it down packed for you tonight.
What is it?
It's Sledge Jamir and the Klezmo Dance Club.
Oh, it's nothing.
These guys...
So difficult about that.
Well, it wasn't the time, I can assure you. I was talking sledgehammers and all sorts of things. But, no, these guys are great. They've got a really good
You
song.
got this rocking thing going on.
Do I?
They're really good, yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm getting ready for the song because it's very boppy, very catchy tune, this next song. It's all about Saddam Hussain.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they'll be coming up soon. What else have we got on the show tonight?
We have got all sorts of things. We've got Tony Squires is interviewed by Kim, so that was a great interview. I think you did an interview with Tanya Plibersek, who's federal member for Sydney, is she? I believe. And that was great. That was had lots of interesting topics in there.
Interviewing John Larkin. Got Rachel Green was another band that we've got there. 16 Double D, which were very good.
Sure, Ryan David.
Oh, they're good as well,
yeah. And another great female headed band was Kind as well. I think we're going to have a bit of them in as well. Get a bit of girl power happening. And so many other interviews that we had. We had Marty Dingle Wall from Home and Away that Helen interviewed.
Oh, yeah. It's an all-star little chaos episode tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, and if we've got a little... We'll see how we go, but we might throw something in special at the end. So we'll see what happens there. All
right, well, let's go to that little song, Saddam Hussain. And
Sledge Jamir and the Klezmo Dance Club.
Cool. Cool. 3, 4.
Saddam Hussein, never ever mention his name. The beast of Baghdad, his claim to fame, John Larkin Saddam Hussein, Saddam Hussein, never ever mention his name. The beast of Baghdad, his claim to fame, John Larkin Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein, never ever mention his name. The beast of Baghdad, his claim to fame, John Larkin Saddam Hussein, Saddam Hussein, never ever mention his name. The beast of Baghdad, his claim to fame, John Larkin Saddam Hussein, Saddam Hussein, never ever
Hey.
They were great. I love that. I think it's the catchiest tune. I think it's great.
And you had a particular fondness for one of the members of the band, didn't you, Elle?
I think that drummer's very cute.
The drummer?
Yeah, he was cute. His little beanie and, you know, he's a bit scruffy, but I think that's sort of what I liked about him. He was all cute and modest, you know.
You go for that scruffy, grungy look.
I go for that modest guy who doesn't realise he's as good looking as he is. You know, because once they tend to realise how good looking they are, they tend to treat you like crap. And they take longer than you to get ready, and that's when all hell starts breaking loose. If a guy takes longer than you to get ready, which I do have girlfriends who have boyfriends who take longer, and it's a very sorry sight, don't you think? Wouldn't you be worried if you took longer to get ready than your girlfriend? Well, you'd probably be worried about your girlfriend because you don't take very long to get ready at all. But say, for example...
I just want to get out the door, basically.
Exactly.
Come on, let's go.
Anyway, but I thought he was great.
And what was that little, in that song is, I understood everything he was saying except for the...
Humana, I don't know. Something about humana, I don't know.
Humana.
Something.
Okay. What else we got? We got a special interview with the man from The Fact.
Yes, Tony Squires.
Tony Squires.
He
was
so great.
Top bloke.
Wasn't he great? He came in here and was really excited about what was going on down here at Chaos. And
hung around, checked it out before and after his interview.
Came down to the pub with us, the Shannon. You know, he was talking all good things about the Shannon as well, who are one of our major sponsors.
Yep. Very supportive, great guy. And then we went and watched The Fat and invited back afterwards. Everything, you know, reciprocated. Very professional.
Very likeable guy.
Decent, very likeable guy.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So let's go take a look at him.
I don't think many people will have seen this because it was just before we launched, and so I would have my doubts that many people would have seen this. So have a look at this. Interesting.
Yeah.
Kim's interviewing, by the way.
Yeah. Thanks, Helen. Thanks for another episode of Film Forum. Now, Tony Squires couldn't have been an Australian sporting superstar, but instead decided to pursue a career in the media industry. He's a seasoned newspaper journalist and a closet St George fan. Tony's face can be seen every Monday night on The Fat, and since Chaos has got a bit of a field trip going to be part of the studio audience for The Fat in ABC TV studios on Monday, decided to invite Mr Tony Squires here for a bit of a chat. So can we please welcome Tony Squires to Chaos.
Thank you. Fabulous.
Bit of a...
not as fabulous as the Chicken Maryland at the Shannon Hotel.
You've heard about
I've had a few Marylands in my time, but I tell you, they just put a little bit of garlic under the skin, crispy it up. To die for.
We'll be there later. Nice one. So, Tony, for those of us who haven't had the pleasure of watching The Fat, what is it exactly that you chew at The Fat?
Well, it's sort of sport, but it's looking at sport, the theatre of sport. It's basically the same conversation that you have in a pub, the Shannon, for example. It's just people sitting around, some with genuine opinions, some with genuine expertise. Most of us have no idea what we're talking about. But just the idea of sitting around and having a bit of yammer. You know, I worship at the altar of sport, I must admit, and many people in this country do, and, you know, as we see with the World Cup starting tonight, all around the place as well. So it's the idea that, you know, you get people together who are willing to have a go and have a bash at sport. You know, you celebrate great sport, but sport is just so full of so many, you know, egos that you can also, you know, we blow the balloon up and then we burst it whenever we can.
So because Australians are so passionate about our sporting culture, who do you find is the most inspiring Australian sports person?
Look, I'm big on Steve Waugh, not least because of his ability to, you know, turn on the mental disintegration, i.e. sledging. and you know, I learned that they're very, very rude at what they do, and Warney basically is, you know, he just calls people clowns. Doesn't actually, it starts with C, but it's not clown.
Cartoons.
Yeah, funny clowns, and doesn't start with F either. That's apparently the level of the sledging. I'm not a huge fan of that kind of thing. I just love Steve Waugh. You know, that you see him go out to bat, and even if you're not a huge cricket fan, that steely determination and all that kind of cliche stuff is there. And I really admire that level of you know, skill. But also, I think he's probably not the most naturally skilled player.
Sure.
But he's just, you know,
self-determination.
Self-determination. How about you?
Me?
You don't like sport, do you?
No, I do like sport. I was a bit of a sporto in my high school days.
When you were
in that, I was a netballer.
Were you?
Bit of a netball career.
Bad for your knees, netball?
Very bad for your knees.
Did you have your knee injury?
I have high set patellas, so it's a bit of a high set patellas, high kneecaps. Come on, where's your biology?
I tell you what, I'm using that as a pickup line at the Shannon. I tell you, you have what is it again?
High set patellas, kneecaps.
Right.
Anyway, enough about my sporting injuries.
All right. Okay.
I heard a funny story about one of your sporting injuries.
Oh yeah. What's that?
Well, I don't know. Tell me about it. Bit of a celebrity sporting match, perhaps.
No. I snapped my Achilles tendon. Is that the one you're talking about? And I did it on the Gabba. I really wanted, have major injuries on every major sporting field in Australia. So I started off with Gabba. But the weird and horrible thing was I was walking. I was thinking of running, but I didn't actually run, and I snapped my Achilles tendon. It's pathetic.
Walking onto the field?
No, I was out in the field. I was in a suit. I was doing a promo for the show, and I decided, because we were filming from the Gabba that night, and I said, welcome tonight from these seats we filled, and I thought, I don't know, I'll go off and, take a step and pretend I'm going to take a big screaming mark, and I took one step, and it went bang, snap, and the next thing I was face down in the dirt. Which happens usually after a few drinks, but not before the show.
Very ceremonious.
Yeah. No, I do have some, some sporting skill.
Yeah, no doubt. So what's... Yeah, no, I do. Closet sporting skills.
Boxing.
Boxing,
Yeah, I got a boxing trophy. When I was 9, I won this boxing trophy, and the best thing was a little tiny, cup mounted, and I broke the base of it, and my father remounted the cup onto the lid of a Mortine can.
Hit him with the LP bow.
But I had it when you're quicker than I am.
That's a shame. You're only boxing trophy and it gets smashed.
Yeah, no, actually, what it showed to me was that his passion for sport, i.e. that he needed to remount it and have it sitting up there in the thing, whereas I could have probably let it go. But since Dad wouldn't let it go, I've subsequently never let it go.
I wanted to know, you obviously have had a lot of exposure to some sports. So what's like the weirdest, worst sport you've ever seen?
Well, I love that one, the Afghanistan one, where they drag the sheep carcass around between horses. Well, it's
not a real spectator sport though, really, is it? Sort of blood and guts flying off from behind the horses.
And how is that not spectator? It just seems weird. Eric Campbell, the ABC reporter, came back at when all the stuff was going on over there, and I guess that interest in what's going on in Afghanistan, and it was also featured, I think, in one of the Rocky movies from memory, or it might have been First Blood too. But just the bizarre ways and things that people call sport.
And get amused by.
Yeah, it is very weird. We must be very, easily bored people.
Which brings us back to television, really, doesn't it? Yeah. So, apart from obviously the fat and chaos TV, what do you think's lacking in Australian television at the moment?
Well, what's lacking in this room obviously is a spa bath and the ability to vote each other off.
You don't like reality TV?
No, I'm Big Brother.
Survivor, is it?
No, Big Brother TV. That reality TV, which just is so bizarre and all-encompassing at the moment. And I find, I must admit, last time it was on, having spent a lot of years as a television critic, and I honestly love television. I love it. If it's bad, I love it. If it's shocking, I like it even more.
Be great-tastic.
Yeah, I know. It is good fun to watch that kind of stuff. But I got really into the last Big Brother at the end, and I think it's the same thing. It's law of diminishing returns. When there's a lot of people in the room, it was kind of just interesting. As the psychological experiment becomes more intense as there's fewer people. So it's. Television at the moment, it's being done cheaply. Nobody's willing to spend any money. This kind of stuff, you don't have to pay for stars. You build them. You manufacture celebrity, which is what the current thing is at the moment, which I find a little bit dodgy. But still, that's what's happening in TV.
So what are your thoughts on this sort of TV environment where it's all community-based, sort of chaos, literally, TV?
Oh, look, I think it's brilliant. I love the fact it's very much like the ABC, when there's technical problems and somebody comes in with a bike helmet and says, and then basically the solution is you forgot to press play and record at the same time.
It's all about timing.
It's about timing. But it's the same thing at the ABC. I haven't seen a great deal of community TV. Just from the experience tonight is that the community is not just the community you serve, but the community that creates a piece of television. Wherever you work, I think the best thing is to create community. And you know, the Fat is a really good community to work on. The people I work with, I love working with. We go out and have a drink, you know, usually at the Shannon afterwards. And you know, and the same thing here. I get a sense that all these people working together to do something, and that's what it's all about. You know, it's not just the community that you serve; it's the community that provides the service. Is really important.
Sure.
You know, I love it. So I'm never leaving.
What's up with him?
I got that segment.
We're going to quote you on that one. So you do your regular column with the Sydney Morning Herald, and you sort of originated in print journalism.
Yep.
How did you make the transition into TV?
Through radio, really, by, you know, you become an alleged expert on things. For me, it was television, so you're asked to go on radio to talk about it. And then there was the Race Around the World show on the ABC where, you know, they went off and did those little things, and they all thought it was about them, I thought it was about me. But, you know, it
was all about John Safran, actually.
Yeah, it was all about him, exactly. But, you know, I just want to be loved, so I'd sit there and go, love at 16, hate at 16, and that's all that happened. But I did a few of those things, and then that moved on to... I did some Foxtel stuff, you know.
Okay.
I did a show reviewing television there, which was live to air, which was good fun, and then basically got seen by a few people at the ABC, and we decided to try to put the Fat together. Sure.
So you're a bit of a hardcore critic, really, when it comes to TV, aren't you?
No, I'm not hardcore. I did a lot of it, but my view of television criticism is that it's really not as kind of vital as a service as, you know, your film or theatre. You know, people pay a lot of money to go out and see theatre, even film. It's not, you know, it's not cheap. Whereas television, basically the best critic and reviewer is the, you know, your remote control. So what I tried to do when I was writing criticism was to embrace TV as what I think is the most, you know, important tool of popular culture. And it's another little element of the party. It's in the corner of the room. Everybody's got it. Everybody's got an opinion on it. So essentially, you write about TV. You're writing about politics. You're writing about sport. You're writing about everything. So it's just an excuse to really have a bash out. You know, get your opinions out there.
So what would your advice be to people sort of in community TV and in chaos? How do you go about getting into TV?
Well, you've done very well just, you know, pushing, getting in there.
Thank you.
Go to the ABC, you know, look, you all have jobs after next Monday night.
Getting yourself into so much trouble here tonight.
Note to self, you must not promise the world. What do? You pursue what you enjoy, I think. You and you know, if you enjoy this, it's the same thing about the censor community. I think you find your strengths, and usually your strengths are the things that you enjoy talking about or doing, and you just stick at it and push really, really hard. It's a tough industry. There are more things going on at the moment. Given, you know, if you've got any interest in sport, there are 485 AFL shows on cable TV at the moment. You know, and 2 of them are good. So you know, there seems to be. There are opportunities. I think there are gigs out there for all levels of, you know, of production and on-air stuff. So, look, it's just a matter of push hard.
Carve out your little niche.
Yeah.
Find your opinions on things and go hard.
Or just make the opinions up.
Is that what you're doing?
I'm a very, very shallow man.
Well, you'll see more of Tony Squires if you tune in to The Fat on Monday night, 9:30, a whole hour of sportastic fun, and we'll be there.
Sportastic fun.
Did you like that?
Well, I'm using that on
Monday. Please do. You and your hypertellers and your sportastic fun, and you'll be sorted.
Those hypertellers are going to work for me later on tonight at the Shannon.
Well, thanks very much for coming in.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
We might see you at the Shannon later eating your Maryland chicken. You never know.
I'll be there. You'll
be there. Super. And thanks for coming in. Yeah, we'll see you on Monday with The Fat.
Okay. Am I putting shadow on your face by doing that?
You can do a little rabbit or something if you like. All right, next up, we've got Panel Beaters.
Well, that was a great interview.
Yes, we should mention that The Fat's now on at 8 o'clock on Fridays.
Yeah, they actually do a 1.5 hour show now. I think it's much more live audience.
Yes. Funny that after he came in and watched our show that he should try and emulate our show.
Much more variety in the show these days.
Friday nights.
Yes, funny that.
Not wanting to say anything, but, you know, read between the lines, I think. Is the message there. Now, you've got something to tell us, haven't you?
I do. It's time to thank one of our major sponsors, the Shannon Hotel. They've been with us right from the start, and they're located at 87 Abercrombie Street in Chippendale. They're known for their friendly atmosphere. They've got great live entertainment every Thursday, Friday and Saturday night. there's a traditional Irish band and a free barbecue every Sunday afternoon for those patrons down there. There's plenty of other things to do. We've got pool and darts, and there's a whole pool room. There's a courtyard out the back. You can, there's a kitchen. You can have the meal start from as little as $6.50. All sorts of things going on down there. It's a great atmosphere. Get on down there. It's 87 Abercrombie Street in Chippendale.
And come down and see us on Friday nights as well.
Sure, down there every Friday.
And Tony Squires is hang out as well.
Yep, he loves his chicken Maryland.
Yeah, it's where he steals all of our IDs.
Yes.
Puts them on ABC.
He gets us drunk, you know, and then the vault just opens and it all comes out. All our secrets go to the ABC.
Well, we thought we'd call it panel beaters. You know, and he's you know, that little note to himself, he does that regularly.
He does.
I thought it was just a joke, as you probably did as well watching that, but he actually does note to self. Panel beaters.
I had a sneak over, it said panel beaters, watching the idiot box. You know, he was up there. He was up there with the lingo.
Thief. Yeah. But he's a good bloke. He's a good bloke.
So, what have we got next on the show?
Oh, look, we've got Ryan David coming up.
Yeah. So those guys are good. These They've given us stickers and videos and T-shirts and all sorts of things to give away to people.
They're very well-organised little unit.
They are.
I have to say, and marketing and everything they've got going for them, and they're a good band to boot. So that's why we've given them more airtime by playing the tape. So let's have a look at
Let's check them out.
Ryan David.
Ryan David.
Join the line to get something to guide. Run, hide from the love of life. You can't justify why you walk by your side. Yeah, don't cry, you've been nullified. You've been swept aside for the cause of what's right. Don't hide beneath solid lies. You need to find out why you need to be together. I am your only, yeah. I am your only, yeah. I am your only, yeah. I am your said, I am mine. Now I found out mine. These words are sword in my side. Hold tight to this way of life. You see, all you are is a frozen soul. Yeah, don't cry. You've been nullified. You've been swept aside for the cause of what's right. Don't hide beneath solid lies. You need to find out why you need to be together. I am your only, yeah. I am your only, yeah. I am your only, yeah. I am your
They were good, weren't they?
Yeah, Ryan David. Yeah.
I'll be your only. Yeah.
I like the use of that, you know, echoey thing.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it sends that mystic vibe to it.
For sure.
Yeah, mystic vibe. You like that?
Yeah, mystic, very good.
Yeah.
How long did you work on that one?
I have all these creative words up there somewhere.
What do we got coming up?
We have Helen does an interview with Marty Dingle Wall from he's an old Home and Away star. Yeah, so
I was a big fan.
Can't say I watched too much Home and Away myself, but Helen does. Helen did the interview. I'm sure many of you sit home and watch Home and Away. I'm more of a Neighbours girl myself. Yes, I do watch Neighbours. I do watch Neighbours. It all started with Jesse Spencer, who was an absolute spunk rat who played Billy on Neighbours, and I couldn't get enough of him, and now I'm hooked. And he's gone. He's been gone for a while, but I'm still there watching. Sad, isn't it? It's very sad. You can tell me I'm sad. I know. Yeah. But anyway, this is more recent. It's this guy, I believe he was on Home and Away when we did the interview.
Right.
But I don't think he's on it anymore.
Maybe because of the interview.
I guess so. Chaos only does good things for people's careers. No negatives. But yeah, so we'll go now with Helen and Marty Dingle Wall with Small Talk.
So Marty, he plays Flynn on Home and Away. That's the love interest of Sally, who is Home and Away's longest starring person on the show. So what's it like to be Sally's love interest?
No, it's a bit of work.
Bit of work?
Yeah. Like any guy in a relationship, I think.
Yeah. No, because it must be tough, because I was reading your biog, and originally when you came to Home and Away, the women were swooning.
Is that right?
Yes.
That must have been their storylines. I didn't get to read that. Right, I missed out on that.
Oh.
And the swooning.
Yes, and the swooning. But you played a doctor originally, or you came to Summer Bay?
Oh, yeah, he's a very hardcore, very intellectually driven character. He's a doctor slash... Well, there's a big undertow. He was, you know, you need to study for 7 years to be a doctor, and all of a sudden to leave that to become a counsellor, there's got to be a nice little rift there, which we haven't tapped in on yet. But yeah, there's a few things there that add to him being potentially maybe interesting. Of course, that's a viewer discretion thing.
But I'm sure that you're far more interesting than just actually playing Flynn on Home and Away. So let's move away from Home and Away and turn to the rest of your life.
Let's look at that.
You're involved in a production company. You have your own production company.
Yeah, we do.
And what are you involved in at the moment?
We're how much of this do I disclose?
What can you tell us?
What can I tell you? What would you be interested in? We've got we're juggling about 5 programs, right? Not programs, it's exclusively film company. I guess that's obscure because when you run your own company, usually it's theatre orientated because that is the most financially viable thing to be able to get up. But yeah, we're toying with 1 feature and we've got 5 small projects, and we're called Mother Productions. And yeah, Mother Productions.
The mother of a job?
Yeah, it's another Mother Production, you know. Yeah, it's it's a labour of love, you know. A lot of time goes into it, but it's you'll see some of our stuff. What are we on now? This guy. Yeah, you'll see stuff in the next couple of years. You might even enjoy it. That's our aim.
But you've actually you've actually got a history in graphic design.
Yeah, when I was I wasn't. Unlike my character, I wasn't incredibly academic as a kid. So I took the option and ducked out of school in year 10. And there was Randwick TAFE around the corner, which ran a graphic design course, and lied about my age and got in there, and yeah.
How much did you lie?
Oh, just a couple of years. I mean, you got to have your basic grades, and I didn't have my basic grades, so and you have to have come out of year 12, and I said I had, but I was 16, said 18. I looked about 12 at the time. But yeah, got in there and somehow walked away with a just pass mark. I got 52 out of 100 for 2 years' work. And so it got me out of school. That was the primary objective, you know. It wasn't to actually learn to become a graphic artist. It was to learn how to get out of school. And I did.
And you did?
Yeah.
Successfully?
Yeah, it was good.
But so when did the graphic art
I used that. Yeah, well, I used it for about a year and got really bored. Because, I mean, like anything, you study something for a couple of years, like the chefs of the world and the whatnots, you study it, and by the time you're qualified, you're fed up with it. Especially in the art realm, mate, they just push it to such a point that you're like, right, this is what I wanted to do. Now I just hate it. You know how formula can do that? And you just get bored of it real quick, and so I did.
So you decided to go off travelling?
Yeah, actually then I joined Disney for a while and became an illustrator, and then disappeared, you're right. But how'd you know that? For a couple of years.
Things we know.
1 minute left, right. Go on.
Student uprisings.
Yeah. Wow. That all happened in Italy, actually, in Naples. And
Give us a 30-second rundown on a student uprising and what we do.
Oh, right, here we go. What you do is you've got to feed a lot of people that don't have any money. So you have a huge cauldron and you actually put grass in it and fill it with water, and you just put herbs in like only Italians can do, and you stir it up and have it on low simmer, and people eat grass. They ate grass, and it was like marinated. It was grass. They were reeds, and that's what we ate for a week. So you've got to keep them fed. That's how you do an uprising.
Wow.
Yeah.
You should go into politics.
No, shouldn't.
No, but feeding the people with grass.
Great campaign. We'll push that one.
We'll feed the people with grass. But I think that we'd like to make a presentation to Marty. Where they're too busy writing these things. You can join the Chaos Club, Marty.
Woo! I got an agent shirt! Damn! With such pride, that'll be worn.
You have to take the other one off.
Wow! How much time we got left, boss? There you go, it's all mine too.
And this is how we get extra time.
I'm in the gang.
Give us back your microphone and just very quickly give us a summary of what you thought when you came here into Chaos TV.
Oh, it's so underground. It's so undercover. It's like, yeah, you got some drunk bastard at your door, and I'm like, Chaos TV, where are you? And he's like, who's Chaos? This is Badenberg. I'm like, righto, and punching in your codes. And you're like, righto, what is it? Is it in a unit? But no, you go. We're actually 3 levels under seawater here. So, that's why I got this, just to watch it. Don't do that. Don't.
It'll fall down.
It really will. They showed me the foundation walls that used to be there, and the white ants used to eat it away. But hey, this is community, right? I'm supposed to be looking at this guy's there going, oh, the other camera. Right. Hi. Yeah. So yeah. So what it is, it's like the A-team. If you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-team.
You're on. If I'd have said that to a girl, get your top off, I would have been, ridiculed.
Are we on?
Yeah. Well, can you stop eating, Elle?
I'm sorry, this stuff is so beautiful.
Work, yeah. Come on.
No, this Edges stuff is fantastic. Guys, one of our sponsors, Edges, they're located at 409 Cleveland Street in Surrey Hills, and they have some of the best Turkish bread and best dips that I have ever tasted. What? They do, They do. No, look, what can I say about these guys? They've got Turkish bread, and their dips are made on the premises daily. They're all fresh. As I said, it's 409 Cleveland Street in Surrey Hills. You might want to book them for your next function or party. That's 93191309. And guys, it's eat-in, takeaway, free home delivery for most people in the area. And every Friday and Saturday night, not only, like any good popular Turkish restaurant, do they show female belly dancers, but Edges is catering for the ladies. They've got male belly dancers there. These guys, ooh, and the owner's not too bad himself. So I reckon you should get on down there. It's 409 Cleveland Street. I like talking with my hands, it's just one of these things. But, get on down there, watch the belly dancers. You can have a bit of a groove yourself once the show's over, and the food's fantastic, and might get a bit of ouzo into you, or, there's all sorts of things going on up there. But it's one of our greatest places, and it's Edges Restaurant, 409 Cleveland Street, Surrey Hills. Ta-da!
What else we got coming up? We got another band, haven't we?
Yes, we do.
What's the name of the band?
Kind.
Let's go now. Do Kind.
Yeah. Kind.
It's another hot day. I'd rather be away. Just gonna travel on my mind. What to do is something change. 'Cause when it all goes wrong, when I wish you're long gone, look what messages in front of you. There's addresses that are true. In the television show that we're dying to know. Nobody had to sit and wait. When you weep, there's never late. 'Cause when it all goes wrong, well, I wish you're long gone. But we'll have to make a pact if you want to bounce back. There are messages in front of you. There's addresses that are true. Why don't you try? Why don't you try? There is no lie in mine. There are messages in front of you. There's addresses that are true. Why don't you try? Why don't you try? There is no lie. Mine to mine. Why don't you try? Why don't you try? There is no lie. Mine to mine.
That was kind of kind
Yes.
to have kind in.
Kind.
Kind of us. What else have we got? We got coming up here.
We have your interview with Tanya Plibersek.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we've got a few other things coming up. We've still got Emma Tom's band 16 Double D to show you.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. And we will be showing you.
Nat with John Larkin. It's not so good. Kim with Tug Dunley. It's pretty good. I like his little monologue.
Rachel Green.
Let's get in with it.
They're a good band.
Let's get on with it.
Yep.
And let's go
This
now
is Laurence
to
with Tanya.
me and Tanya. Stop, really. Welcome to the segment we call Youth Matters. And please put your hands together for Tanya Plibersek, federal member for Sydney, please. Big chaos welcome. Tanya's here tonight. We're going to talk about drug reform because, Tanya, you're responsible for Sydney.
Yeah.
That's your electorate. Where does that extend to? What's the extent of that?
All right, well, it's the 63 square kilometres that takes in the central business district and the surrounding suburbs. So it goes from sort of Rushcutters Bay Park to Balmain and south as far as Gardeners Road. So Beaconsfield, Rosebery, Redfern, Surrey Hills, King's Cross, all the inner city, but that basic area.
All right. Now, drugs, is it much of a problem in that area?
It depends what you call a problem. I mean, I think the first thing to say is that the biggest killer of Australians when you're talking about drugs is tobacco. So people say, yes, this area has a problem with drugs because there's a lot of street use of speed, heroin, coke, drugs like that. But I always think that we have to keep in mind that while those drugs pose certain problems, they're not necessarily the ones that are killing the most people in Australia.
I guess people look at it from a fairly selfish point of view, don't they? When they're dealing with drugs, they don't necessarily look at whether you're going to die or not. All they really care about is what's the effect going to be
on the community? I mean, are our houses going to be broken into? And I'm guessing that people aren't going to break into houses to get cigarettes.
No, but when you think about the tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars that we spend on public health for people who are in hospital for all of the diseases that tobacco causes and who have to take time off work and stuff, it is still a significant health issue. Okay. When you're talking about the effect on the community, though, I think that it's really important that some of the policies that we have now for dealing with drugs actually make things worse for the community. So, for example, jailing people for having small amounts of drugs, or basically jailing someone for being an addict, is a very, very bad idea. It's not good for the person who ends up in jail, and it's not good for the community because we're spending money on jailing people instead of treating an addiction.
So what would be a solution to that problem then, so that we're not spending money on we're not losing human beings that are being ultimately self-destructive, and the community as a whole is not paying for their jail sentence, which is not going to help them get off the heroin or whatever they happen to be on? Is there a middle ground there? Is there a better solution?
Well, I think the first thing you have to do is decide that addiction is a medical problem that you deal with in a medical way, instead of bringing the police in as soon as you can. And I think that the medically supervised injecting room that's been opened in King's Cross, which is in my electorate, has been a great first step in treating addiction as a medical problem, not as a crime problem.
That attracted a lot of media coverage, and a lot of it not very positive. There was a lot of people that were, not sure about how it was going to go. It's now, what, a year into it, and has it been successful?
I think it's been a great success. They've had a number of people that have overdosed in the supervised injecting room that they've brought around. They've been able to either revive people on the spot or call ambulances to get them. If those people were injecting alone, or what happens in some places here, there's empty houses in Redfern that people go and inject there, and the ambulance officers are frightened to go there because the houses are about to fall down. Actually having those sorts of problems where ambulance officers can get there, where there's a nurse on site the whole time, and where people can be directed, if they're ready for it, can be directed to programs that can help them stop using, I think is a terrific advance.
And that's been extended, the period of time that they've been allowed to operate, is that right?
That's right. They did an interim evaluation, and the evaluation was really good, and they've extended the period now. What I'd like to see, though, is that that there should be more than one medically supervised injecting room. I mean, it's a bit rich to expect people to catch the train from wherever they live into the Cross, buy their drugs and go to the safe injecting room there.
Yeah, it's a very ideal sort of world, isn't it?
Well, we know that people don't use drugs that way, and I think that you get a better sort of scientific study if you actually have a few injecting rooms around the place as well.
There's been talk of an injecting room being opened up.
Cut that. You've seen enough.
Interesting topics, I thought. Did you?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you did a wonderful job interviewing the old Tanya. Did he not?
It's not so old. Fair go.
Oh, well,
Anyway, look, let's go on to the next segment. That would have gone on for ages, and really there's only so much of me you can see in any one night.
It's true. Now we have Emma Tom's band, 16 Double D.
Double D? They're good.
Very good.
Yep. Let's go.
Gee, Wales.
Inside your head, you're blinded by too. I love everything about you. I'll still rip your life in two. Inside your head, you're blinded by your own desire. As I affect your preferences, I am the right lie, I am the right lie, I am the right lie, I am the right lie. Everything about you, I will rip your life in two. I love everything about you, I still rip your life in two.
Hey, we're back. So yeah, that was 16 Double D.
Yeah, Emma Tom, very popular author.
We've got a new sponsor on board. Did you know that, El?
We do, we do. Community First Credit Union.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And Renee's fronting up that as well, and she's doing a new segment.
Yeah, Hip Pocket.
Back when we're live.
Yes.
A couple more weeks.
But she's done a little bit of a...
Bit of a promo.
Bit of a promo, just to give us a bit of a taste of what's in store for Hip Pocket. So,
Hello, Clarice. Let's have a look at the little promo for
Renee.
Community First. Hip Pocket.
Get the most from your money by watching Hip Pocket on Chaos TV. We'll help you make sense of your chaotic finances. Hip Pocket from Community First Credit Union begins on Chaos TV on the 2nd of May. Be there or be broke.
Be there or be broke.
Be there or be broke. It's a new one.
All of our viewers are going to be millionaires in 10 years.
I would actually really appreciate some financial counselling because my finances are in horrendous.
I don't think it's financial counselling you need.
Just counselling in general.
What else have we got coming up now?
Well, look, talking of more authors, we've got an interview that Natalie does with John Larkin, who I believe is an Irishman. Is he Irish?
Oh, no. I'm just trying to work out when we were talking about authors.
Oh, we were talking about Emma Tom. Just before the Community First, we were talking about Emma Tom, and she happens to be an author.
And then we've got Johnny Larkin.
John Larkin with Nat. He's written a book, I think it's Larkin About Ireland.
Okay, let's have a look at that.
Yeah.
See if it's any good. Otherwise, I'll cut it and we'll come back to us again.
Okay, that with John Larkin.
Hi, welcome to Small Talk this week, and as Lewis said, my guest this week is John Larkin, who's a writer. So welcome to John.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks for coming in, John.
Pleasure.
John's the author of this wonderful book, which I have read, so I can thoroughly recommend it. I was laughing on trains and in buses, and people were giving me strange looks, but it's very funny. It's called Larkin About in Ireland. Now, it's basically about John went on a bit of a trip to Ireland, and it's sort of about finding out who he was, about his family, who came from Ireland, sort of immigrated to Australia. So I guess, John, first thing I wanted to sort of ask you about is that you decided to become a writer. You were sitting in a cafe in Paris, as you do. You were reading Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and at that minute, you wanted to be a writer.
The tale's grown, but yeah, I was backpacking around Europe, and
I just abandoned my professional soccer career, and I thought, what can I do with my life? I was reading The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I thought, this is it. I'm going to write humorous fiction.
And
just did it.
Yeah.
Easy enough to do, but I guess I'd left school midway through year 10.
Yep.
Went to Pendle High, which was sort of a zoo rather than a school, and I was dumb as a box of hammers, and you think, well, you can't be a writer having done that from my school, but hey, it just goes to show you can achieve what you want if you set your sights on it.
So you just sat down one day and started writing, and that was it? It just...
And it came, the voice came, yeah, just we're restrained by what we think we can't do, but you can achieve anything.
So basically, the book. Your father was born in Ireland. Your mother was born in
Mother's English.
Yeah. And your parents sort of moved you to Australia when I think you're about 3 or 4
6,
or something. 6,
yeah.
sorry.
Father's Irish, mother's English. We don't discuss politics in our house for obvious reasons. And so they moved away from the troubles, as it were, and the troubles of our house being an Irish English household.
And so the book's about you sort of want to find, I don't know, your Irishness or your Irish, or that Irish part of you, so you sort of make this like a spiritual journey or a pilgrimage to back to sort of your father's homeland?
Ireland was Ireland's still going through a process of great change in that it was going from the old to the new, the religious to the secular, the rural to the urban, and
its economy's just grown so much in the last few
leprechaun
years.
to boy bands, and the thing was the place was changing so dramatically. You get these old farmers wandering around with sort of hair growing out through the holes in their caps, and they're actually millionaires, and it's a strange place to see. Ireland can't handle being rich. It needs counselling. It can't deal with it. I wanted to see it before it changed completely.
Yeah. So one of your, I guess, your trip you wanted to get to where your father was, or actually where he was born, where he grew up, which is a little place called Shannon Harbour, which is probably a place of no significance except to those two who may have lived there.
Shannon
Harbour,
almost
didn't get there, did you? You sort of...
Well, Shannon Harbour, it sounds like an Irish joke, but Shannon Harbour isn't on the coast, it's in the middle of the country, which is kind of weird. My father was grandfather was the harbour master on the canal.
Okay.
And all these strange things kept happening to me, these strange Irish things. Now, the Irish people are some of the most educated and well-read people on this planet, but they do all these odd things as well. Like my wife and I were there in '94, we hired a car, and it was a brand new, my wife smiled as an upgrade. It was 7 kilometres on the clock, and the lad brought it round from the bay, and there was no hubcaps on it at all. And I said to him, look, what happened to the hubcaps? He said, we take them off in case they fall off. And the thing about Ireland is the Irish people keep doing these Irish things, and you think, oh, stop it. Because you're actually quite, intelligent and well-read. They prop up the stereotype in many respects.
Yeah.
I went in November and December, and it's a good thing to do because seeing Ireland in winter, you catch the country with its guard down a little bit. There's this leprechaun tea towel culture that gets sort of rolled out in summer, and it's what I call the McDonald's Ireland. It's not real.
So what's your favourite place? I mean, it's probably a hard question, but do you have a favourite place in it, like that you visited on this particular little journey? Was there one particular place or one particular experience that stood out to you? I know you climbed Croagh Patrick, which is where St Patrick.
Yeah, it's a sort of famous conical peak, 2,500 feet, and it's a place where he made his famous proclamation banishing the snakes from Ireland. And I think we should have kept the snakes and banished the boy bands, but the Irish people make these pilgrimages in bare feet, 2,500 feet.
And you did it in shoes or bare feet?
I did it in shoes in December. What are you talking about? My feet would have been bleeding tragically. So I don't know how the Irish do it in bare feet. I certainly couldn't with my hardened Australian foot.
So you meet a lot of good characters there, I guess. Is there ones you sort of would have done a lot of pub crawling, and you still had a few relatives over there, so they sort of would have took you. I guess you would have got to see the real Ireland, I guess, a lot of the real Island, having some relatives still over there and friends over there, so
yeah, if you're
interesting characters.
But if you're doing a book about Ireland or anywhere else, don't tell them you're doing a book, because
then they won't have to tell you stories.
Well, no, not so much that. People put a mask up. They put themselves on guard, and
they become Irish.
Well, they
a bit more Irish than what they
become far more intelligent and well-read than what they really are. They start quoting Oscar Wilde and they get it wrong, and so you're better off telling them you're doing something else, like trying to prevent the formation of any more boy bands is what I told people, and it went down quite well. People bought me a lot of beers.
All right, well, the book's called Larkin About in Ireland, and I could talk to you for ages, but unfortunately we can't talk for ages. It's a fabulous, fabulous book. As I said before, I did read it. It's out in all good bookstores, mainly in the travel. I think it's sort of in the travel section. So if you look in the travel section in your bookstores, you'll find it. So it's Larkin About Ireland by John Larkin, and if you stay tuned, coming up very shortly, we do have some autographed copies. John has personally autographed the copies of the books for us. So if you stay tuned, we'll be giving those away really, really soon. So go out and buy it. It's a great book. And thank you very much, John, for coming in and chatting about your book. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you for having me, Natalie.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you. Thank John.
Okay, let's now go to our next segment, which is Rachel Green.
Rachel Green.
Which is a band.
Girl power.
Cool. Oh, the control room's complaining. It was too quick
You
for
went
them.
too quick. I wanted to talk about the fact that we're featuring quite a few female artists, you know, get them out there because, you know, a lot of the time, a lot of the bands you're seeing in the pubs are guys these days. And I just thought it was great that the producers decided to compile a few women bands together tonight. But obviously you don't, because you don't care about the struggles that females go through.
So many females. Madonna, bloody Avril Lavigne.
So don't complain to me, 'cause you brought it on yourself. Don't deny you are asking for this, 'cause we're not as well as we'd like to be. I take it from you and from me, and stop your whining, dejected sighing, 'cause you did it on me. Poor baby craving sympathy. You ask for this, you'll get none from me. Stop your whining, dejected sighing, 'cause you did it on me.
What's going on? What are they doing in the control room?
Rude.
Crying out loud.
Here we were talking.
Oh no, and cut us
talking about
off.
them, and they cut us off.
Quality. What we're saying is quality.
I was talking about girl power and all sorts of, you know, interesting things, and they went and cut us off.
Yeah, girl power is really interesting. I can understand now why they did cut us off.
It had nothing to do with
care.
you wanting to like go swing. Let's go to the next one.
Swing.
Yeah, and they just didn't know what had hit them. Shall we? Shall we?
Yeah, okay, I think we've done that one. I think we've done that one. If you could just hold up, Elle, and stop with the swing.
Stop.
Okay, look, we've got Tug Dumley and Kim coming up, and I think the control room's ready to go. They're giving us the cue that they're ready to go. Okay, let's play that now. Oh, revenge. So sweet. So very sweet. Could we play now, do you think, control room? Would you have it together?
Not ready for it.
What are you doing in the control room? Let's name the people that are in the control room right now.
Well, there's our producer, Zara.
Oh, I was joking. We don't want to ruin their careers. You're so slack, Elle.
She produces a fantastic show. Do you know our producer has been producing this show
and she's
for the
female
community?
as well. Maybe she could front a band and you'd be happy as well.
No, but she's been doing it for years. A great job.
Yeah, well, whatever. Save the sucking up until after air, okay? Once we're off, okay? Anyway, look, we're going to go now to Tug Dumley. I think they've got their act together. I'm not sure. Let's give it a go. Now.
Anywhere. Why not? Hello, audience. This is a poem called I Like It Strong, and it's based on all the diets that come out these days saying the carb diet's good, nah, the fat diet's good, nah. You follow a diet for 10 years, you realise a study comes out and says you've been wrong all along. So I figure, fuck it, eat and drink what you want. So this poem is based on that. It's called I Like It Strong. Hey, waiter, what do you call this tepid bilge? I asked for coffee. A thick, hot, black triple shot of high-grade, fully leaded amphetamine beans. Caffeine to spasm the heart and split the skull. And if it's got to be tea, none of that dishwater. 4 bags, and let him stew good and long to a brackish black talon that eats teeth, because I like it strong. Of course I want sugar. 6, 8, 10? Just open the bowl and start pouring. I'll say when. None of that saccharin crap. And screw that fat-free skim soy hippie spittle. I want real milk. Give me full-fat cow. Just plonk in the udder and start squeezing. Heart Foundation approved lean meat be damned. I want a big bloody steak oozing fat and gristle with a side dish of extra dripping. I like it deep fried, battered and basted, oily duck, chicken with skin you could wring through a mangle, murderous German sausages, Kransky, bratwurst, artery strangling cabanossi, pig with crackling thick as a doormat. And when I'm done, I want to see an oil slick on my plate like the Exxon Valdez. Because I like it strong. I ask for salt, not a couple of your dandruff flakes. And keep grinding that pepper till as deep as a shelf full of fly shit. I want bacon and eggs swimming in grease. Hunks of extra white bread spread with great fatty yellow slabs of butter ½ an inch thick. You call this vindaloo? I call it diarrhea. I want something to make me sweat, gag, choke, and burn. A big beefy ring stinger smothered in chutney and lime pickles. I want chilies, peppers, jalapenos, garlic, ginger, mustard, anchovies. Stuff to crank the endorphins and let me know I'm alive. Hot Spanish salami, straight from Satan's arsehole. Big 12-gauge blue vein cheeses that taste like rotten cadavers. A seafood trough marinated in mayonnaise, tartare, Thousand Island lemon lime vinegar, and battery acid. Scrap the sushi. Just bring me a tub of wasabi sauce and a straw, 'cause I like it strong. And when I'm done, I want to kick back with a carton of cigarettes. Serious cigarettes. Unfiltered 60ml tar babies, illegally imported from Vladivostok. Heavy-duty lung busters that kill passively at 20 paces. And then a drink. 1,000-proof scotch, paint-stripping bourbon, methylated martinis, triple-shot Bloody Marys, half Tabasco and Worcestershire, King Kong cab salves that explode on the palate and leave tank tracks down your gullet, 'cause I like it strong. And when my girl gets here, send her my way. Oh, you'll know when you see her. She'll be the big, busty, bouncy, beefy Botticelli Amazonian pulling a truck with nipple rings. A woman it takes a week to explore with a map and compass. A woman with more folds than an origami convention. None of your petite little tweety pies, stick insect twiglets for me. No, that's not my style. I like to drive it fast, play it loud, suck it deep, eat it hot, and love it long, 'cause I like it strong.
That was Tug Dumley.
Tug Dumley.
That's the end of the compilation for our second week of compilation. One more week coming up, and then we'll be live.
Yep, absolutely. There's plenty of other stuff on next week's compilation.
Sportastic. What else?
Vehicle, the band Vehicle.
Vehicle. I'm sure there's a panel beaters in there.
Yeah, there is. Nat and Kim are doing Itchy Beat. They're off to Mexico.
Oh, Itchy Beat. Wow, that's good. Youth Matters and...
I interview Danielle from Young Labour Council, Youth Matters.
Right.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do. Don't you forget that Elle does that. And what else?
We've got Gover's doing Search for a Super Co-host.
Oh, yep.
Which was Fabo.
Yeah, that's excellent. That was great. Basically you can give us a call if you want to be in the T-shirt draw.
Sure.
9698 2968.
That's
the
right.
number to call.
That T-shirt that you saw Marty Dingle Wall trying on before, showing us his hot bod. That's the one.
Yep.
So if you want to win one of those, give us a call.
Yeah, we're going to get a girl in and then we're all going to yell out, "Get your top off! Get your top off!" And then she's going to have to...
That just won't happen. It's funny how equality just doesn't work the way it should, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't know who I'm going to get in yet. It'll work. I will have my way.
Will you? You're going to pay some woman, I know.
I don't pay
It's your usual story.
Oh, what? Oh, my God. Cut that. Take it from the top. Take it from the top. Oh, we're live. Okay. compilation, but we still love. Okay, well, that's been Chaos for another week.
It has.
And we'll see you next week.
Looking forward to when we'll be back in 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks' time, absolutely. Okay, thanks. That's Chaos. I'm Earl. You're Earl. Who am I? Yeah, I'm Lewis. That's right. And you're Earl.
I'm Lewis.
I'm the one that
He's
pays
Earl.
for sex, apparently. Or for girls to take their top off on the show. I don't know. Which one?
Bit of both.
A lot of innuendo there. I'd like to clarify that after the show.
All right, well, we'll clarify that after the show, and we'll see you next time.
Don't forget.